Hi, this is Ed Spurliers. I hope you enjoy this latest episode of Random Trek. Thank you very much. Yeah?
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Random Trek, coming to you live from Ceti Alpha V. I am your marooned captain, Christopher Ingle, joined as always by my first officer, the augment who would never go for personal gain and would never, ever throw me off of a cliff, Commander Brennan, the mystical Mar. Brennan, how's that life here on Ceti Alpha
Captain, this is the garden spot.
V? Today we are doing something new. We are taking a look at the newly released audio drama Star Trek Khan. Now, this is considered canon. This was based on a story by Nicholas Meyer, who we all remember directed a little film, tiny film, not a big film. We've reviewed that film. But this is based on that story. And the general premise of this is that we get to see the years between Khan's exile and when he finally meets Tyrell and Chekhov on Ceti Alpha V. So we get that in between time, but we also get to look at Khan in a different light. Brennan, this was a first time for you too, you and me both. What are your initial thoughts on this concept?
Well, first of all, I think it's fascinating to do an audio drama in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Naveen Andrews, we're finally getting someone of Indian descent to play Khan.
Yes, Naveen Andrews, better known in his days in Lost, although he's done many other things.
Yeah, as Hassan on Lost, or not Hassan, but the other guy.
I remember him in Lost. I also remember him playing Jafar in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, which was a spinoff.
Yes, and he was also in The English Patient, oddly enough.
Yes.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot.
His English accent is really good.
It is. Certainly, it's funny to get used to Khan with an English accent, but, you know.
Well, we had an English Khan, so why not?
That's true enough. Also, Ren Schmidt runs For All Mankind.
Yeah.
Plays Dr. McIvers.
The framing device for the show is interesting too. I'm also just as equally fascinated with the framing device.
Yes.
So the idea here is that we have a historian who her name is Dr. Rosalind Lear. And so she is a historian in the 2290s.
Yes.
So this is years. This is I believe
I think they say 6 months after Undiscovered Country.
Right. Kirk. Now, I believe if I was I will admit we're going to go episode by episode every time we come around, but I have moved ahead.
Yes.
I do believe this is after Kirk's death. I believe.
Yes.
But yes, so this is well after that.
Because it's all in the same year as Undiscovered Country.
15 years after Wrath of Khan. We know that.
Something like that, yes.
Yes. All right. Anyway, the point is it's years later. So we opened up and that she is at a hearing to have resources allocated for her to go to Ceti Alpha V to research more about Khan, because she believes that the message that was being sent to the galaxy about Khan was not entirely correct. Not that he wasn't a ruthless man, but there's more to him than that. In the same way that Marla McIvers compares him to an Alexander the Great, she wants to set it straight, but also as a way to look at the good and evil in man. Is man capable of good and evil? Any man. And she wants to go deeper and is chosen to look at Khan. They're very hesitant about it. In fact, we find out that many of the records, many things have been sealed. They cannot be looked at. Well, someone sticks up for her, even though they were there the first time Khan came around. Captain Hikaru Sulu, played perfectly, again by George Takei.
Yes.
And he comes in and he says, look, I knew Khan. Khan was an evil, bad man. There's no way around it. He is what he is. And she fights back and fights back. Well, Sulu, being the man that he is, he says, all right, here's the deal. You can have my ship. I will take you there. I think, if anything, to prove her wrong, but she agrees to take it. So when we get there, she beams down to the planet, and she beams down with one Ensign Tuvok.
And Tim Ross doesn't sound any different than he did on Voyager.
Which is perfect for a Vulcan.
Yes. And without Tim Ross, we do.
Right. And she finds hundreds upon
Have you
hundreds
found anything? Oh, wait, wrong movie.
You know that's coming back for the sequel, right?
Yes.
Good film. So I can't wait to see what they do with that. Anyway, so she does go down to Ceti Alpha V. She does find the remnants of the colony that was there, and hundreds upon hundreds of audio tapes, leading her to the conclusion that even after, which was referenced in Wrath of Khan, the death of Marla MacGyver's, someone or multiple people continued the work of MacGyver's.
Yes.
So now she wants to take time to go through all of these and categorize them, cross-reference them, what have you. But Captain Sulu says, listen, we can't stay around forever. Or Tuvok says it in a way through Captain Sulu's orders. Here's the deal. We'll give you 5 days. That's it. I'm going to give you 5 days to do what you need to do. Okay? So that is our framing device. Now, the background for this episode 1, is called Paradise. And so this is right basically when the colony is founded. So they're landed there. Kirk has left them. MacGyver's is with her, and all the members are there. They begin setting up camp, exploring, trying to figure out what's going on. And we really begin to see this hierarchy and how much the men respect Khan overall. And we're introduced to a few very important characters that are going to come up along a lot besides Khan and Marla. We've got Ivan. Ivan is, how do we describe Ivan? He is a bit of an aggressive. He's not the right-hand man, but I would say he's like third in command, like a second officer to him. Yeah, he's kind of a second officer to him. And he's Russian, very, very aggressive Russian, as a matter of fact, everything he does. We meet their doctor. Okay. Their doctor is a female augment, who specializes in fertility. We'll get to that. And she has a love interest. I can't remember her name, but she has a love as well. And then
Ursula and Madame.
Thank you. These names, and I've been listening while I've been driving to.
Mado, I think.
I've been listening while I drive to and from work, because this is available on YouTube without commercials, but I listen to it on Spotify. And
Ursula and Mado.
Right. We also meet his right-hand man, Joaquin.
Yeah.
And his son, Joaquin, which eventually becomes Khan's right-hand man in Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
You have the ship, you have Genesis. Let us leave. No, I've got to get Kirk, all that whole
Where's
thing.
the override?
Yeah. Anyway. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else. I'm trying to remember. There are more characters that will come as you listen to more and as we discuss more episodes. So they are beginning to build up camp and to explore. Basically, they are in this area that has an inland sea to provide them plenty of fresh water. There are granite cliffs, so they can build it up for stone. There are forests. It really is a perfect paradise to build on. There are plains that they can cultivate. There are animals. Everything they need is here. And despite Khan's fear that Kirk was going to mess with them, Kirk gave them more than enough of what they need to survive, including medicine. So, in the med bay, Ursula is learning about the different meds and stuff, because remember, they are from the 20th/21st century, depending on the continuity we go to.
I don't like Marla very much.
No one likes Marla at this point. except Khan.
She's considered inferior, quote unquote. Yeah.
Right. So what we find out is that augments have a very difficult time to be able to be fertile, to be able to carry a child.
At least the females.
The females are. Males are left alone, but the females, when they are born, their eggs are harvested and frozen.
Yeah, the males, that's where we get the Noonien Singh, is because the males are rather like all conquerors, rather promiscuous.
So Marla comes in. She's been ordered to help identify medications and things like that. Again, Ursula's trying to figure out what medications could help with fertility. And Ursula kinds of let it slip. Listen, the only reason you're here is in case we fail. Because even if we fail, you're fresh stock. You can have kids. We can't.
Yeah.
And this kind of sets Marla off. Marla's not too happy about this. She goes back to her quarters in a cargo pod that she took up as her quarters.
Wait,
and
she insists she is not Khan's woman, quote unquote.
And yes, at this point, she is not Khan's woman, which is interesting. We're going to talk about that. Let's put a pin in that.
She claims to. Anyhow,
let's put a pin in that, though, because I think that's important when we compare to Spacey, which we have reviewed.
Yes.
Let's talk about that in a sec. So she pulls out a hidden communicator and tries to communicate with Kirk. Doesn't work. Kirk's out of range. Khan comes in to kind of talk with her, and he's not happy. He takes the communicator, breaks the computer, and not just breaks it, not like throwing it in the ground, crushes it.
Crushes it, yeah.
But the idea being that they don't see eye to eye. He thinks she betrayed him, like on the Enterprise, and she thinks that she is just there to be breeding stock.
Yeah,
neither of them understand
each other. I'm not your broodmare.
Right. Well, eventually he does kind of apologize to her. Sort of. But the other thing going on is, as they've landed, there is a small group of augments that are kind of resistant to Khan, because Khan promised them victory back in the 20th/21st century. Victory didn't happen. They had to escape.
They had to run away.
Khan promised them victory to get the Enterprise. That didn't happen. Khan is promising them victory on this new planet. This guy is fed up with it. He's done with it. And he says, why are we going to follow Khan? What is this? He's questioning him. And it kind of creates a dissension. And Khan talks to him. He says, look, here's the deal. You don't want to follow me? That's fine. That's your choice. I understand. But you took an oath. So here's the deal. If you're going to live with us, you're going to follow by my rules, and you're going to honor me and be loyal to me. But if you choose not to, then you're going to leave. Take whoever you want with you. I don't care. But you're going to be as far away, and you will never be allowed to return again, ever. End of story. And the guy basically says, you know what? You're right, Khan. I'm sorry. I will build your Coliseum. Khan wants to build a Coliseum in his honor, his own honor. Anyway, so this guy's job is to observe the Granite Hills, and he's supposed to take 5 people with him in the morning. Well, he goes up to some of these cliffs that they're near, and he's hanging out at night, listening to music, and just kind of chilling. And Ivan comes up and says, hey, listen, your job was to convince Khan that you're loyal. You may have convinced him, but you didn't convince me. And he picks him up and basically drops him off of a cliff. Dead augment. And that is where the episode ends. So we already see that there's a little bit of dissension going on in the ranks. Yeah. So I want to start with performances. I know we don't normally with a regular episode talk about performance, but it's so important here. What do we feel about Naveen and his role as Khan? Is he up to the legacy?
Absolutely, I think so. I think when you're relying entirely on your voice to perform, Naveen is very, very compelling and interesting as Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he speaks, you almost want to listen to every single word he says.
You really do. There's a softness to him.
But also like a sort of a charisma to his performance.
That's the thing. He is charismatic. We can't deny that. This
Also,
guy,
he's got a beautiful voice, by the way.
yes, a very good voice. Um, so yeah, I mean, he is Khan right now. He is embodying it. I can't wait to finish the whole thing to really get a sense. Is this guy up to Montalban? Not that Benedict Cumberbatch was bad, but we're just going to put him aside.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer Nadine Andrews to Benedict Cumberbatch in this case.
But I really do like him compared to Montalban, and I love Montalban, but there is I think more of a
There's a
charisma than
difference.
Naveen does.
There's a
Yeah.
difference to it.
But what's interesting here is we have to think, normally I wouldn't say about author's intent. Han, when he was created, is a despot, power hungry man, a murderer, a psycho, like Kirk describes him in Wrath of Khan. And later, as Khan is described by Spock Prime in
Yes.
Into Darkness, he's a madman. What's interesting here is we don't get madman Khan. We get a softer, more understanding Khan. And again, I don't want to give too much away. This is just on the first episode, but we get more and more and more and more as this series goes on. That it's really interesting to see Han in a different side. He's not just a bad guy. This is a guy who believes in what he sells. He wants to be the leader, not for power, but truly to make the world a better place, and truly believes that he is better because he is an augment.
Or so he says, yes.
Well, it's interesting. And again, I won't make that judgment now.
Yeah.
But as you listen and go on, you go, huh, interesting. Very interesting. Let's talk about Marla.
Yeah, there's a lot I'm going to say here. This is interesting.
I'm not a fan of the original Marla. I was never a fan of the character. I always felt that she took to Khan way too fast. She was manipulated by him way too quick.
Episode, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But also, I think I agree with you in that I don't think that episode works today.
No, I don't find
because I mean it's a good episode, but some of the inherent misogyny going on, or how easily she is rather taken in by Khan, I don't think audiences today would accept that in a story.
Yeah.
No disrespect, I forget the name of the actress who plays her originally. But that's just the way the character was written. And the idea that, I mean, certainly we learned from Kirk in the original episode that when it comes to women, men like Khan are going to take what they want.
Yeah.
But yes, the fact that she rather gives into his, I mean, let's call it what it is, abusive relationship with Khan. He is an abuser. I mean, that doesn't really work today. So as far as Ren Smith's performance as Marla, I think I prefer this version of Marla over the original.
Right. I would agree. I really do agree with you. I think there's more to her to this. Excuse me. There's more depth and complexity, which I really do appreciate with her. She's so complicated because when we get down there, what we find, Khan asks her, why did you come? He believes she betrayed him, right? Which on the ship she kind of did. Yeah. And so the question becomes, why are you here in the first place? What do you want from me? And she says, I want to record history the way it should be by the victor. I want to record someone, and again, who's an Alexander the Great, who is a Genghis Khan, who is, a Napoleon. She wants to be right there in the history and getting it from the horse's mouth before the victors have a chance to destroy what she believes Khan is not. That's interesting.
Right, the original actress is named Madeline Rue.
Thank you. I was trying to find it. I couldn't do it.
Rue.
Yes. But yeah, it is really fascinating, this relationship as it develops. Um, and it isn't love. I thought it was this infatuation and love based on Space Seed. And this first episode tells you it's not. It's more of a historical respect.
I think that she might be lying to herself, possibly, though.
Maybe. I'll give you that. Maybe.
That she is maybe is in denial of the fact that.
And we know they eventually
she was taken in by this evil guy.
We know they get married. Khan says it in Wrath of Khan. We know they married. Yeah, the performance of the two is just great. It really is. And I just really enjoy the fact that Khan, as we're getting in this first episode, is not the maniacal man that was made out to be between the movie and Space Seed. He's not. This is a man who cares
on the surface.
He cares about his people.
Yes, that is true, yes. But like those augments we saw in Enterprise, their superiority is what ultimately gets the better of them.
So yeah, we also get a little bit of history here in understanding. So before Khan got on the Botany Bay, he got intel of a location in Montana of the final eugenics lab that held embryos. Augment children embryos, because the idea was.
We've seen that lab, haven't we? In Enterprise.
I don't think it's not the same lab.
Well, okay. So
same idea, different lab. Yeah. Yeah, so he took a personal risk to save the embryos, and they have the embryos. And so they want to use that to repopulate the population. That's what they want to do with it.
To fix the fertility problem.
Right, yeah, they've got to fix their fertility problem first.
At least the one that the creators of the augments put on the females.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, I mean, this is a really fascinating experience to watch this and to go through it. And
listen to it.
Yeah, I say to watch it. You're right. It's a really good setup. I'm enjoying this already so far. First episode's only like 40 minutes, but it's nice. It's not bad, and
episodes.
They move very well. The audio drama format, I think, works very well for Star Trek.
I think so, yeah.
And I would like more of them. I have certain non-canon audio things that I love. Spock versus Q and the sequel.
It's a good one.
Love those.
That's a good one.
Different audio books that actually work really well as an audio drama. So Star Trek is great for this. And it's just really great to get something that is a new perspective, to change our minds on the way we viewed certain individual. It's really fabulous. And we have a guy who is charismatic enough to pull it off.
It's so funny listening to the voice going, that's Naveen Andrews? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
We're used to, using more of his Indian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because in other shows he plays someone who's more Middle Eastern. I mean, it's nice to actually get somebody who is ethnically correct to what Khan should be.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I gotta say, I really am recommending this series, and I'm still going through it. I'm only 5 episodes in, and I kind of hate we're doing one episode at a time because I really want to jump to some
Yeah.
good things that I saw. I will say a lot of origins to things that we understand in Khan's history will come up in this series, and they're building it very well. The
Also, the
time,
idea of seeing Ceti Alpha V when it was a fertile planet.
yeah, the descriptions were so well in this.
And the
The
audio was
sound
great in
effects that they're using,
creating.
the music that they're
Yeah.
doing, audio is absolutely crisp and beautiful. This was a great idea. I would love more canon material done as an audio drama. If you're not going to give us a movie, if you're not going to give us a new series, do this. This is cheap.
Yes.
Do
Absolutely.
this. I'd be okay with that.
Yep. Absolutely. I think it's a great start to a new series.
And the only thing I hate is that it's going to be another couple of months before we get to talk about
Yes.
episode 2.
Yes.
So it'll take us a while to get through this series, but I'm very happy, and I think it's a fresh start. Good
Yep.
start. Good job, Kurtzman.
Yep. They did. They did good.
All righty. So next week we are going to Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh boy.
I love TNG.
Me too.
I do.
It's probably like tied with DS9 as
Well, it is
it's
definitely
probably
for
the
me.
two of them are tied as my favorite TV show.
Voyager is the series I watched the most, but TNG is how I started.
Interesting. All right.
Oh yeah,
Okay, let's see
it
what
just always was.
will the wheel be kind to us.
All right. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. All right. Oh, we watched that one. Darn it. It gave me one we already did.
Yeah, this one you already did. Oh no.
It did. It did. Let me double check, make sure we don't have that one. We do not have this one. Ooh, this will be fun.
Doing it live.
All right. We are, yes, I'm doing the normally, I'll be honest, before the episode starts, I hit the randomizer just to have it ready so I
Yep.
don't have to wait. I did not do that because I am recording from work today, so I didn't have that open. But
Okay, what do we got?
season 3, episode 13, Deja Q.
Ooh, okay. All right.
That's the one where Q is turned mortal.
Yes, I remember this one.
I know we haven't done that one, and I love a good Q episode.
Yes, Q being at his most obnoxious.
Yes, so next week we will take a look at Deja Q, and the week after we will be doing our look at Toy Story, joined Brennan, why don't you tell us a little bit about this special guest, which is a nice treat.
Yeah, so the plan is that we'll be covering Toy Story this month. And so it was decided that we would get someone who actually works in the industry and works at Pixar. And that would be story artist Jeff Call, who is my brother-in-law. Who, by the way, is currently working on Toy Story 5, by the way. So at the moment, the plan is that he will be our guest for Toy Story and our guest next month for WALL-E.
Yes, I love it.
So this is the first time we're actually getting someone who is an industry insider on our show.
We had Robert Meyer Burnett. That was close.
Well, that's true. And then we also had Scott Nance, who is in the industry, but you know.
Who is the industry at this?
Yes,
I always
but
joke
this time
about
to
that.
get somebody who actually is a filmmaker. So,
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great for us, and it'll be great to have him. And I would be, it's just a great blessing to have him along.
yes,
So wonderful. Yep.
It's
Pixar
nice
to end
that
out
my sister did well when she got married.
Why could she married somebody for DreamWorks instead?
Well, it's funny. He could have worked at DreamWorks, but he ended up getting a job at Pixar.
Well, if he was DreamWorks, I probably still would have had him on.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
All right. So yes, Deja Q, then Toy Story. Next month, Wall-E. Brendan, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky, BrendanBlue.social. Instagram at Brennan Blue, BRENNENBLUE. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and YouTube at Page Turners They Were Neat.
And you will find me on Twitch and Twitter at CIngle1984. But as always, we end every episode. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.